Hey everyone, how's it going? Got a couple of books to review, and I actually have this much to go through to read. I'm so backed up. The ones I did buy this week, and some from last week, a couple of them. I'm gonna start off with Uncanny X-Men number 11. I've really started enjoying this again after they got away from the whole devil story that they had going on. But anyway, I like the storyline, like I said on this one, but the only thing that irritates me is the art. The art sucks, and the art is by Fraser Irving with Chris Anka. I hope I'm saying that right. And they're the artist, and I'm not doing this art at all. But the cover art is done by Phil Noto, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not bad. In this story, of course, the Cyclops is taking on that whole Cyclops and the X-Men is taking on the team. I mean, on the Sentinel as a team, and Cyclops is giving everything he has, and he can't stop the Sentinel at all. And the team, the youngster. The cool thing about this was that all the youngsters who are in the team, they just stepped up and start going after the Sentinel and start trying to do whatever they can or know how to do to help Cyclops and each other to get rid of the Sentinel. And the more they try to take out the Sentinel, the more I guess they absorb the power and kept on seems like switching to something else. Um, Cyclops is just pretty much like, okay, you know what? If it's up to me. So if I die, maybe it'll maybe it'll stop coming after the X-Men, and and if it means killing myself, then to teach these people what's going on, and then maybe it. Um, and then just in nick of time, of course, Magneto comes from nowhere, and this thing Magneto can't control because it's not metal, and finds something with the mind that Magneto did. It took out the Sentinel, and then it dissolved like into dust. Cyclops, of course, at that time just went off. Who sent you? And whoever sent you, I will find you. I will find you, and you will know who I am. So Cyclops is really pissed off, and this is in the next issue. It's the Battle of Autumn, which starts, and that's another reason I picked it up is because of the autumn that's coming out, the battle. And then this, in the end, it looks like this is the person that's behind it or has something to do with it. Next one is the Trinity War. I have 4, 5, and 6, and it just seems like this whole Trinity War just happened so fast, and I mean, yeah, it's a 6-part series, but man, I mean, I was actually enjoying it, yeah, it had some things here and there that needed working, but I was actually enjoying it too. I have number 4, which is this blank cover I picked up, number 5, and then number 6 of 6. And this is the issue, of course, had a lot of twists and turns. For instance, the Autumn chick turned out to be, of course, bad, and she's the one who shrunk herself as small as she can and go inside Superman's brain and put kryptonite and took a solenoid, like this metal thing, and just jabbed him in his brain, where she caused him to fire the laser from his eyes and, of course, killed Dr. Light. It was her that did it. The box, of course, did more in Sajam's hand than it seems like anybody else's hand. And the person who did actually could open the. I mean, there's a lot of shockers, that happen in this book. For instance, the person who did actually could open the head, the power, was all this along, which I didn't know, which is pretty crazy, was Alfred. So all this time we saw this guy walking around this whole entire Trinity series. It was actually Alfred. Shit, I didn't even know that. And I guess he was he escaped from his dimension to come to this one while he was battling, while the Justice League, I think it was 5 years ago, something like that, or 15 years ago, or 5 years ago, that they were battling Darkseid. So when the whole Darkseid thing happened, um, Alfred escaped, of course, got to Earth, and started researching. And the only thing that can actually open the portal and had the power enough was the Pandora's box. So he planned everything out to get the Pandora's box to where it is, where it can open that portal that needed to be opened. And pretty much Pandora was um, the cause behind of doing this. If she didn't, would have never gone after the box to try to open it and figure out what it is, this would have all had never happened. Um, so Lex Luthor is free. The box, towards the end, when the whole entire Justice League, Dark Justice League, J.L.A, they all end up in this one area, and they all start going at it because of the head, and they start possessing everybody. So towards the end, when the small chick, I just keep forgetting her name, finally revealed that she is the reason the Superman's not infected, has nothing to do with the box or anything like that. It's the kryptonite and it's poison. And she finally admitted that it was her fault. She's the one who went and did it, and she is the reason that all this happened. She's the reason that Cyborg got turned into this little sentinel thing. And towards the end, Alfred grabs the head, opens the dimension, the portal, of course, and then you see Aquaman. Then he pretty much drops dead, and then next thing you know, you see this guys, the Syndicate. And Thomas Wayne, which is the Birdman here, boop, he is alive. He is, of course, Bruce Wayne's father. And Alfred was, of course, like he was saying throughout the book, I'm working for my master, and I'm going to get him out, and I serve my master. And the master is, of course, Thomas Wayne. You, of course, have the evil Superman, Wonder Woman, who was called Superwoman. But yeah, to me that was a shocker, and I didn't expect that to happen. And that girl who, oh man, what's her name? Okay, let me see if I can find her name. Atomica, that's her name. She's actually part of the group. How she got here was another story. But the syndicate, the crime syndicate is out, and they're ready to take over the world. So now the whole thing continues in Forever Evil #1, which will be out next week. So like I said before, in the beginning, I really enjoyed this series, and it got me hooked, and I can't wait to get Forever Evil and go and see what happens, and what changes are going to happen. But this is just insane. I just want to see the confrontation between Thomas Wayne and, of course, Bruce Wayne. So that'd be cool to see. That's the main one I want to see, is those two. Yeah, so awesome. My last one is none other than Superman Unchained. Now, I was actually going to stop collecting this because I just didn't know where the whole direction was headed, but after picking up #3, it was freaking awesome. This being right here, which came to Earth 75 years ago, his name is Wrath, and pretty much he's been helping the U.S. with secret missions and stuff that can bring world peace. Now, this thing is a pretty nice guy. I mean, just reading this book here and the way he's responding, he's extremely powerful. I mean, it seems like he's more powerful than Superman, but he is pretty powerful. So, but yet he's very, he's not into the whole war thing. He's very kind, he's just a very nice guy. It seems like the way he just talks to Superman, and the way Superman reacts towards him, like tests him, and he just doesn't go beat the shit out of Superman. He's just like, you know what, you need to stop testing me. You need to stop this. So they kind of go at it, and he kicks Superman like across like God knows how many continents, and then he's like, are you ready to listen to me now? Okay, are we done fighting now? So this thing doesn't want to fight him. He just wants to explain to him what's going on. So they go back to the base, and General Lane, he starts explaining to Superman what's going on and why is this here, and Wrath is here to train. Wrath is here to help them bring world peace, but in a different way. Other than they will do what needs to get done. They will kill the threat. They will destroy the virus that's going to destroy in the future. I mean, they take care of the stuff before it happens. Well, Superman, he lets people live. He doesn't do the killing, the taking, all that stuff. So Lane is explaining to Superman, it's your fault this is all happening. You are the person behind this. You are the murderer. We will stop what needs to be stopped, and it will never happen again, kind of a thing. And then so there's this invasion kind of thing that kind of starts happening, and Superman Wrath, of course, takes off. And then towards the end, Wrath is like, you know what? He's like, I've been looking forward to this for a long time, Superman, fighting, by your side. It's a shame. It's a shame, really. And Superman's like, what is? That soon I'm going to have to kill you. So why he said that, I don't know, but it's going to be a crazy fight, and I just want to see how Superman is going to beat this character, because this thing is just, it's got Superman's molecule cells, everything that Batman said that this thing has, but how he's going to beat him? I mean, he's like 10 feet tall, twice the size of Superman, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens. So, yep, definitely gonna be back to pick up the couple more issues and see where this storyline goes. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great weekend.